That's weird. I've never... Okay, well, I was trying to go live the other way and it wouldn't let me, so I don't know what that's about. But hey, if you're new to me, my name is Cassidy. I am a homemaking stay-at-home mom of 7 kiddos. I help moms be efficient and effective in their work at home and in motherhood so they can focus on what matters with joy. And these last few weeks have been chaotic, to say the least. I have been just dealing with some, brain fatigue, some overwhelm. And I wanted to talk about it on here because I think, so a lot of people found me a couple weeks ago. I posted this video about how to be a better mom, the mindset behind it. And I got like a great response, and so many people responded that they loved it. They were so thankful for the wisdom, that they were encouraged. It's what they needed. And it's the thing, like, it's why I do what I do here, is like exactly for that reason. And it felt so good to just encourage moms in how to challenge their mindset, to focus on what matters, and to care more about their children than what other people think, to do the work at home for the purpose of our families enjoying it, that kind of stuff, right? Thank you. Welcome. And I posted this video, and the very next day, when I say it was hard, I'm not joking. I repurposed a video last week that I filmed a video, and it was just sitting on my phone. So I used it because I did not have the brain space to be able to film and edit and all of the videos. Like, I have my because I've been working on my goals, really trying to grow my channel, be more intentional. So I have like all my video ideas laid out, like it's all there. All I have to do is film it and edit and post, right? But I didn't even have the brain focus to be able to do that because I posted that video and I felt like the enemy just came for me hard. Because of course, if I'm encouraging women, I'm encouraging moms to challenge their mindset and to be able to focus on what matters and have a good attitude and fight that narrative that, stay-at-home moms or homemakers are not, distracted by a comment, that they're not enough, that they should put their children in school, that they should put them in daycare, that they should get out there in the workforce. But in all actuality, like, no, being a stay-at-home mom and a homemaker is a worthy purpose and a worthy call. And we should honor that. And there's nothing wrong with those of us who choose to do that, right? I don't understand why there's such this hatred. I mean, I do understand why there's this hatred towards stay-at-home moms and homemakers, and they just mock. There's just so much mocking of women who choose to do this. Thank you, the hallway. Sorry, the way my tripod is set up, it's like blocking, so I have to look around, and I'm sorry if I get distracted, but I want to make sure that I am engaging with you guys because I'm so thankful you're here. And it's anyways, thank you so much. Sorry if I get distracted. I'll come back around, I promise. But when there's just this mocking, right? And so of course the enemy doesn't want you to fight that narrative. He doesn't want you to be encouraged in you being a homemaker or stay-at-home mom. He doesn't want you to honor God in that. He doesn't, he wants to be the wall between you and your calling and doing it righteously. Hi, Brittany. Thank you for being here. And it's really hard. So I posted this video. The very next day, I came home from running errands and there was literally paint everywhere. And when I say everywhere, it felt like there was not a surface that was not hit by paint. And when I'm sitting here encouraging women to not get frustrated and caught up and angry about the messes, that it's a good thing, and it's like work is good and being a mom is good. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it's challenging. I'm not saying at all that it's easy or that it doesn't come with hardships, but it is good, right? And when you sit here and you're challenged, like I felt that urge of, hold on one second.
Mommy,
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to tuck Charlie's gloves in.
Okay, I'll come do that in just a minute, okay? Thank you. Okay. Life with 7 kiddos. Okay, so I'm back. So I posted this video and encouraging people, women, moms, how to rightly think about this, and then immediately was challenged. And because I have struggled so much with the I'm not enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not good enough, I have not changed enough, and there's a lot of like things I've had to overcome and fight, but it all comes down to that. Like I feel like I'm an imposter. I feel like I'm sitting here, and from the outside looking in, people are like, oh my gosh, like you've been a mom, like your oldest is 16, you got 7 kiddos, you're a homemaker, you've been doing this for a long time, like you have so much wisdom and insight, and like I'm so thankful for your advice and stuff. But for me, it feels like I'm intruding in a space, like I shouldn't be, like I'm not qualified. I feel like that's the best way to put it, is like I'm not qualified, and I'm not doing good enough to be able to sit here and tell women, other moms, how they should go through these things. And in that moment, I just felt like, what in the world is going on? I already have so much on my plate to do, and now I had to clean this huge mess of paint and my little kiddos. And this is what brings me back every single time. And if I start crying, I'm so sorry, y'all. But this is what brings me back every single time, is when I see the look on their faces and they're so proud of the little creations that they've made. And like my 8-year-old was helping the 4-year-old and the 3-year-old paint, and that's why paint was everywhere. And like that is a good thing. Like I did not grow up in a space where I could be creative. My mom was very OCD. Things had to be cleaned. They had to be a certain way. If you like, you just couldn't be as creative as I want my kids to be. I want them to have the freedom to be creative in the way that pleases them most. And so in that moment, I felt that like knee-jerk reaction to basically, like I could practice what I preached in this video of like how I've learned to look at things rightly when it comes to my children and stuff and messes, or I can sit here and I can choose to get angry and feel sorry for myself and let that imposter syndrome really kick in and let the enemy, affect my thoughts. Like it was 2 choices. And so I chose to do the right thing. And I just put the things down that I had bought, and I just got to work, and I asked the kiddos to help me, and I just started wiping down the table and the floor and the counters and the cabinets and the sink and the soap dispenser, like all of the things. And it was fine. It was hard, but it was fine. But I could tell that I was going to be getting challenged. I was going to be like, this wasn't the first, right? This wasn't the last time that this is going to happen. And it literally just one thing after the other. If it could go wrong, in the last 2 weeks, I felt like it went wrong. And, I don't know if you have teenagers, and I'm not going to say too much out of respect for her, but, having to work through things, and sometimes things are said that, they lack understanding about, and that hurt. And I feel like the one way you can hurt me is come at me as a mom, to sit here and like tell me how I could be better, what I should be doing, that I'm not doing enough, or that I have fallen short or failed in some way. And I'm not saying that I don't. Like, I am not I'm not the perfect mom. I'm not the perfect wife. I'm not a perfect homemaker. I'm not perfect in any means, nor have I ever or will ever claim to be. Like, I am a work in progress. I know that. And I've come a long way, but I still got a lot of way. Like, I got a long journey to go, right? And so I never claimed to be, but I have worked really hard to be the mom that I am. And I do believe that I am a good mom, and I try hard to be a mom. And when I mess up, I apologize. If I do something against my kiddos, I've learned to make it right. Like, I really am trying to be the best mom that I can, to raise the best kids that I can, and give them the best life that I can. And so when you sit here, when the enemy or anybody else on the outside looking in says something about me as a mom, it really affects me hard. And I felt like that's the stuff. Like, those were the things that I was getting challenged with. And I found myself, because I do have ADHD, and I do struggle with depression, and especially postpartum, I can get in funks. And that's exactly what happened. Like, it was just like a downward spiral. And it got to the point where I can't just lay up in bed and not do anything. Like, I have kiddos I have to take care of. We homeschool. They need to be fed. Like, I just can't. But I did get to the point to where I was literally just doing what had to be done so that my kids are taken care of, versus all the things that I need to get done, as far as like chores, laundry, that kind of stuff. And I got to the point where I was so overwhelmed, so overstimulated by all that needs to get done. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know, like, and here's the thing, you guys, like, here is the thing. I have been doing this for so long, and I've been dealing with this my whole life. I know exactly what I need to do, but it's just like a disconnect where it's so overwhelming that it's hard to be able to talk myself into just doing something. And that's what I wanted to talk about, is when it gets so overwhelming, when you're so overstimulated, when you're stressed out by all that needs to get done, what can we do as stay-at-home moms, as homemakers, to be able to just take bite-sized pieces out of what needs to be done, so we can do it with joy, so we're not getting overwhelmed and stressed out and ignoring, because that's my default. I would rather just act like it doesn't exist. Let's just put all of the laundry down in the basement. We don't have to talk about it. Or, whatever it is. Like, it's just, I haven't cleaned my bathroom in over 2 weeks. Like, it's been, I need to clean my bathroom. I've been ignoring it. I've just been doing like the basic things. It needs a deep clean. And there's a lot of areas like that. With a family of 9, messes happen often. Yes, the hallway. Yes, take your thoughts captive. And that's what I'm talking about, is that sometimes we don't even notice that we're getting attacked in our mind, in our thoughts, using our past, using our insecurities, using the things that we are sensitive to against us. And that was what was happening. And so thankfully, like, I am so thankful that I have people in my life that'll speak truth, that I have a relationship with, where I can be vulnerable and I can be open, and I can be like, this is really hard. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm struggling. For those of you who are new to me that don't know, my mom passed away about 12 years ago now. And as I'm going through these things, all I can think about is the loss of my mom and how she should be here, walking me through these things. And I don't know what I'm doing. And this is really hard. Sorry, guys. She should be here helping me and guiding me, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I've never raised teenagers before, and it is hard. And like, my mom knows, she knew everything about me. She knew where I came from, the things that I've had to overcome and fight for up until about 12 years ago. I mean, still now, she probably knows, but it was just like, I just want my mom. And my sister reminded me, like, my mom didn't know what she was doing either. Like, raising kids is not easy, and dealing with messes can be overwhelming, and there's a lot, right? And so what I have learned over my 16 years of being a mom and a homemaker, like I said, with ADHD, doing bite-sized things. So focusing on the thing that is the most overwhelming. Right now, my laundry it's been piling up. Because I have a rule for myself to do at least one load of laundry a day. And I stand by this. This is one of my biggest tips. If you have kiddos and you get overwhelmed with laundry, this is like my best tip, is to do at least one load of laundry every single day, start to finish, because it's not overwhelming. You can follow through with it. I also don't fold my kids' laundry. I literally just put it in separate piles. They put it in the drawers that they need to put in, or in their little cubby bins. And the reason for that is because I have found I will put all of this work and effort and energy into folding their clothes and making things look nice for me to go in there a couple days later and it's completely wrecked. So I just don't do that anymore. It's just not something I'm willing, like it's not the hill I'm dying on. They're gonna mess it up, so why even do it, right? And so, but I haven't even been doing that. And so today, like the day did not start the way I wanted to. I did not get up at the time that I wanted to. I literally just got ready at like a half an hour ago. And I needed to do a video, and I realized like I don't have the time and my kids are awake. I don't even know how I'm doing this live right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're outside playing with their older brother, but the fact that I've only been interrupted one time is like pretty surprising. And that's why I did this video, is because I wanted to talk about all of the stuff in my video, but the amount of work that I have to put into doing a video, to film it, to edit it, to do all of the things, the thumbnail, all of it that I have to do for it is a lot of work. So I decided I'm going to take a shortcut this week because I'm going to play to my strengths. I have no problem being on video. I have no problem talking about these things, but I just don't have the time to be able to put into like a solid video. And this way I'm getting out a video. I'm encouraging you. I'm letting you guys know what's going on and why I didn't post a video this week. And God willing, next week we'll be back on schedule for things, and I'm gonna keep pressing on this. Like I feel like this is a spot where more moms need to be talking about this stuff. Like I think that when we sit here, and this is one of the biggest reasons why I'm on YouTube, is so that we can have a realistic view of what it looks like to especially be a Christian mom, and that we don't all have perfect homes, and we're not keeping it all perfect, and we're not all aesthetic, and we have shortcomings, and we have hard days, and sometimes it's hard to just get the basic things done. And our home, while it is part of the job, is not the priority. Our children are the priority, and not breaking their spirits is in extremely important. And we ought not to dishonor God in our callings as moms and homemakers, being so worried about messes and presenting ourselves a certain way and not talking about the hard stuff. Because as I was going through everything last week, what I struggled with is, who do I have that I can talk to about this? Who has gone before me that is dealing with this stuff that can help and encourage me? I am one of those people. I do not like people sugarcoating things. I don't want you to say the nice thing or say the thing that you think I want to hear, or, I don't want you to be nice. I don't want you to try to put me in a little bubble and soften it. Like, I want you to tell me, like, if I am doing something I shouldn't be doing, call me out. Like, obviously in love, like, don't just come at me, because that's not good either. But I want you, if you see me doing something that I shouldn't be doing, I want you to tell me that I shouldn't be doing this. And if I'm not seeing something, I want you to point that out to me. Like, I have worked way too hard to change, and to God has been doing so much refinement in my life, and I lean into it. I don't run from it because I want to be better. I want to be the best mom that I possibly can be, and the best wife, and the best homemaker, even though that is it's my desire to be a good homemaker is out of my love, and it's out of my love for my family and my desire to be the best mom and wife that I can be. So while I do share a lot of tips and advice and hacks and all of that as far as motherhood or homemaking goes, it's not that's not my passion. I do it because it is a means to love, nurture, and care for my family. it's not my end all be all. Like I'm not one of those like slow homemaking, although I love watching it. Um uh Elena, thank you. I love watching slow homemaking, and especially when I'm feeling like stressed out and it's just like this peaceable, nice thing to watch. That's not my vibe. I'm not that like I'm just not. I am a meal plan. I am a cleaning schedule. I am a laundry routine. I am a structured like rhythm type of mom and homemaker. I challenge myself to do like to make more from scratch because I know it's best for my family. Not because I'm trying to be this like super healthy person, but because I know it's better for my family. I don't clean because I just love cleaning and all of that. Unless it's like, so I do clean, or I was cleaning. I actually stopped this year, at the beginning of the year. I do like cleaning Airbnbs, or like those types of spaces because there's no clutter. There's no like kids behind me, like it, and I can listen to my podcast and stuff like that. So I do enjoy it, but it's not the cleaning. It's the break. It's the brain break and being able to focus on something that I enjoy or am trying to learn or whatever. There's like a lot of things that you'll see me do, like meal planning, meal prep. I don't do those things because it's like my favorite thing to do. I like to cook, but I like to help myself not be stressed, not be overwhelmed, and do the things that need to be done to set me up for success. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to be the best mom that I can be. I don't want people to sugarcoat that to me, but I've found that in this space, it is hard to find women who will speak truth in love to you, to encourage you, to spur you on, to help you see what you may not see. And that's what I want to do. And I think that mindset is extremely important. Like the work that I've done the most in my motherhood, homemaking, just in my life, in my Christian journey, the thing that I've done the most is mindset work. Obviously, I have used the Bible as my filter to work all that out because God's principles are good. He loves me. He wants what's best for me. And there's a lot of like just negative thoughts when it comes to me as a Christian, like especially as a beginning Christian. Little like backstory. I never denied God. I always believed he existed, like since a little girl. Like I can remember myself praying, even though I was not raised Christian. I always remember believing in God. What I struggled with is God loving me and that I'm his, and I'm worth saving and I have a purpose, like those things. God's authority, super easy for me to understand. Here are the rules, follow the rules. Okay, got it. Because that's how my mom was. And it comes easy. It comes easy that you respect your elders, you do what you're supposed to do, you follow the rules. But God's love for me, that is still the hardest thing for me to work my mind around. It's the hardest thing for me to sit here and accept and understand. And so I think that's the mindset work that I've had to figure out, and I've had to do the most switching around, and that lie that you're not enough, right? And I can't stand it. I can't stand how easily we as moms and women are affected by that we're not enough lie. And the comparison game, right? I think that I know it's like so overused and oversaid. Comparison is the thief of all joy, but it really is the thief of joy. When you're so focused on what somebody else is doing, what other people have, how other people's homes look, and it's so vain too, because it's we're on the outside looking in, right? Like we have this filtered view of what we think is going on, and it's askewed, right? It's not right because everybody is dealing with something. Everybody has flaws and shortcomings, and they have their, cross to bear, and they're dealing with things. Like, we have no idea what is going on with so-and-so. We don't know what it has taken for them to get to this point. We don't know how they are doing things. Like, they might have an immaculate home, but they might be falling short in other areas, or they might be dropping plates that they shouldn't be dropping. You get what I'm saying? And so I think that's a huge part of it, is not playing the comparison game, because that is like one way that you can fight the not enough lie. If you don't want that lie to plague you, stop comparing yourself to other people, because that is a surefire way for that lie to come and seed itself into you. Taking your thoughts captive, that is the most powerful thing. Like the way the hallway, she had said, take those thoughts captive. That is literally the biggest tool that I have learned in mindset, is taking those thoughts captive and not allowing the enemy to manipulate and abuse what God has said and what he's done in my life. Because here's the thing. Have I arrived? Absolutely not. I am not perfect in any way, shape, or form. I've had to learn and work through a lot of things, but I still have work to do. But this whole idea of like, I'm not enough, well, no, I'm not enough, but God is enough. And what he's done in my life is crazy. Like, if you would have known me, and some of you have, if you would have known me 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or when I became a mom at 16, like, it's embarrassing for me to sit here and think about how I behaved and the things that I thought when I first became a mom at 19. And I don't, like I said, I don't like excuses. I don't like things sugar-coated. And so while, yes, the circumstance was, I was a single mom, I had no idea what I was doing. And we all make mistakes. Like we're human. We make mistakes. We have flaws. We're going to, we have to figure things out the hard way. But it's like, when I sit here and I believe the lie that I am not enough, what I am sitting here also saying is that God has not done enough. Right? And when you sit there and you challenge that, like, God is perfect, he knows everything, he sees everything, he knows you and loves you perfectly, how are you going to sit here and tell him that he hasn't done enough in you, that he hasn't given you enough, that he hasn't changed your heart enough, that you have not been sanctified or refined enough? Like, how? Right? Like, it'll all be in its time. So when you sit here and you're comparing yourself and you're not taking your thoughts captive, and you're doubting God, like even the garden, right? Like, her first, like, you were holding out on me. That's how the enemy was able to manipulate her to believing this lie that she didn't have enough. God literally gave her everything, all she could ever want and need. And all the enemy had to say is, he's holding out on you. Don't believe it. Don't believe that God is holding out on you. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and it helps you and encourages you. I'm going to do my next right thing. I'm going to go take a bite out of my laundry pile that is adding up. I'm going to clean up the boys' room, and I'm going to enjoy my children. It is Friday and the weekend is here. It is upon us and I'm excited. We have a Valentine's Day brunch tomorrow, which will be kind of fun to hang out with other ladies who, we're just like-minded mamas and Christian women who get it. So that'll be really nice. I appreciate every one of you watching. I hope this encourages you. Pick one thing. What is your priority? What is the thing that you are going to do? Are you just going to take your thoughts captive? Are you going to start taking a chunk out of that laundry? Are you going to go clean that bathroom that you need to go clean? Hang out with your kids. Maybe you're going to go play outside with your kiddos. Yeah? Yeah? I see that. Come here. Hold on. Are you wearing your sister's nightcap? You look like Chef Asher. Okay, hold on. I got to end this real quick. Anyways, I just want to go ahead and share before I get off, because they have arrived. I'm going to be holding a live workshop where things will be more structured and not all over the place for mindset work, not believing the lie that you're not enough, how to take our thoughts captive. Thank you, the hallway. He's such a little ham. And hi, Emmis. Aw, I love that you're here. She's one of my oldest friends, guys. I've known Emmis for like 10 years.
Who's Emmis?
8 years, something like that. She's from San Diego, the church that we were at. Hold on though. What was I saying? The mindset. Yes, I'm going to be holding a workshop for mindset about not believing the lie, how to take your thoughts captive. I'm probably going to create like a checklist to do that. So if you want to join me in this live and you want to go through this workshop with me, I'll put a link in the comments or in the description. Oh, I already put it in the description. It's in the description. You can copy and paste it because I don't have enough followers to do the pasting link. Or you can just comment down here, workshop, and I'll send you over a link to sign up. It's just with your email, name and email, and I'll make sure to send out. Yeah, 10 years. Okay. Yeah, and I will send you out a link so that you are reminded probably because it's 2 Fridays from now. So not next Friday. No, is it next Friday? No, it's 2 Fridays from now. So not next Friday, the Friday after. I'm doing it at 1 o'clock, so it can be like during, hopefully, God willing, nap times. And probably like 30, 45 minutes long. And then I'll have a section at the end, like a time frame at the end that you guys, everybody's here, guys.
That one?
Yeah, you may have a drink. Oh, you want a drink too? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to get through this. Don't you worry. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry.
You were talking about something 2 Fridays from now.
Oh yeah, 2 Fridays from now is the workshop. I will make sure to send out a reminder a week before, a day before, and probably like an hour before. So that way it's like on your mind and in your schedule. Oh, Chef Kai. Yes, I will open this up and then you can go here. Can you go get him some more water? And here's a real life picture of what it looks like with kids. Hi. I got 4 in here. I will send you out a reminder. I will not let you forget. You will be able to remember. I might not, but I'll have it set up to where it'll send it out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Thank you so much for being here. I hope it was an encouragement. Go do the next thing that you can do. Take a little piece, a little bite-sized piece out of whatever is overwhelming you and overstressing you out. And I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here and encouraging me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!